Hi, Stuart here, classical record collector. I've not made any videos recently because I've not been buying records, either because the local shops I go into haven't had anything, and they haven't for the last month or so. I haven't bought a single record, but I went somewhere yesterday and I managed to buy 30 records for £10. Yes, that's right. This Oxfam shop that I go into, if full price records don't sell, they move them into a bargain section. And at 3 for a tenner, it's a really good way to shift a lot of stock, and I applaud them for doing that. In fact, to be honest with you, most of these I didn't even bother to check the condition because, at that kind of price, I was tired yesterday when I was going through these, and I just couldn't be bothered to check the condition. I checked one or two, and if you find a record in there that looks way too valuable to be in there, there's going to be some major fault. But other than that, if we're talking about records that have got no sort of collectability value, then more often than not, they tend to be in really good condition. So let's just go through what I bought. However, before I go through the records, I did go to a charity shop and bought two quite unusual items. I didn't buy any records. This is what I bought. I bought this and I bought this. Now, look, I don't collect cassettes. I don't. I don't collect cassettes, but I've noticed that in a way on eBay, if you look, you'll see that classical cassettes are kind of starting to acquire some sort of collectability value, which surprised me. And because these are so unusual, like that's Tosca, the EMI recording with Callus. I'm not sure if that's the stereo or the mono. Let's have a look. Di Stefano, Gobbi, La Scala. No, this looks to me like the mono version. So, yeah. So it's got the libretto in it. It's got the proper EMI libretto. Sorry. Let me just see if I can get the lighting right on that. So there's the libretto. And here are the cassettes. Obviously, I couldn't really check them very much. I just took them out. They look to me like they're in, I don't know. I don't know how these are going to sound, but I've got this set, which looked to me too unusual not to take. And then we got La Boheme, the Beecham version. I'm not sure if that's available in stereo. I can't remember whether that's going to be stereo or mono. But again, the librettos with it. What can I say? £1 each for those. So, I'm quite happy, quite happy with the fact that I bought these. And there we are. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I've got this collector mentality where if I see unusual things, whether it be records, tapes, even CDs, there's a possibility I'm going to buy it. Let's go through the records that I bought. Right. Okay, well, here we go. First of all, Mussorgsky, The Marriage. Why did I buy that? Why did I include that in my 3 for £1 selections? Why indeed? Well, it's unusual. I don't know the piece. I've never even seen the piece. The label's unusual. Let's have a look. What is it exactly? Gold medal collection, Olympic records, it says. Whoops. Sorry about the reflection. Yeah, so that is unusual. I'm not sure what it is. A short opera or something, perhaps. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not really that keen on Mussorgsky, to be honest, apart from pictures at an exhibition. I don't really listen to anything, but it's just too unusual for me to turn down. And I'm trying more and more to listen to pieces of music that I don't know, rather than listening to, I don't know, Mozart's Jupiter for the 100th time. I've been listening to music which I'm not familiar with. So yeah, there's a sort of libretto on the back. So yeah, it looks to me like a one-act opera or something. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Couperin. Okay, I don't really listen to harpsichord music, but Kenneth Gilbert playing Couperin on RCA. Why not for that price? Why not indeed? Got more here. Christopher Wood playing harpsichord, Handel harpsichord music in stereo. I mean, for harpsichord music, to be honest, mono would be fine for me, but well, if it's in stereo, I'll take it. There's a blue label. So it's really good that, you know, you can go in and buy these at three for £1. Sigeti, the violinist, playing Beethoven Violin Concerto with Bruno Walter conducting. That is a historical performance from 1939, and it's mono, of course. It looks to me like maybe a 78th transfer. Interesting, very interesting. This one's quite common. Barenboim playing a couple of Mozart piano concertos on EMI. Barenboim again, another 2 Mozart concertos. And another sort of unusual record. It's Ernest Bloch, Scalomo, and it's Leonard Rose on the cello. This looks like an American record. Yeah, it is. Manufactured by CBS. So let's have a look at the label. It's an odd looking label, and it's got a sticker on it as well. It's got a sticker on both sides. I don't know why, but electronically re-recorded to simulate stereo. All right, fair enough. So it must be an original mono. It's an original mono recording that's been reworked. So, yep, there we are. Keep going. Brahms Symphony No. 3 on concert hall with Schuricht, Carl Schuricht. It's a stereo record. That's quite interesting. Schuricht is actually quite collectible, not on concert hall, but he's a really great conductor. So there we are. There's Schuricht, Brahms Symphony No. 3. Mendelssohn Octet, the great octet, is on here with a trio, and it's Schneider, Casals and Hosowski on CBS. Supraphon, Haydn, Last 7 Words of Jesus on the Cross. And I think this is played by a chamber orchestra. So I don't really know this work too well. I should do. Shame on me for not knowing one of Haydn's great string quartets, but yeah, I'll have a listen to that. Mozart, the beautiful divertimentos, K137, 138. Oh, actually, the best one of the lot is missing. K136 isn't on here. Doesn't matter. It's also got K247, Polish Chamber Orchestra. Happy to get that. I bet you guys out there are genuinely feeling envious, aren't you? I mean, come on. 3 for £10. I bought 30 records for £10. Can you believe it? I mean, what a great haul. Nothing valuable, doesn't matter for a collector like me. These are great to add to my collection. As you know, I also sell records, but some of these I might sell, others. This is Tchaikovsky, Symphony No. 4, and it's Rozhdestvensky, great Russian conductor, and I'm sure that's going to be a fabulous performance on IMP Classics. Has it been lifted from another label? Probably. It's probably from an EMI record, isn't it? Well, okay, I think it probably is. It's the LSO, London Symphony Orchestra. Scarlatti, harpsichord with Trevor Pinnock playing harpsichord. Well, well, well. And there he is. Fabulous conductor of HIP, historically informed performances. His Haydn set is the Haydn symphonies that he recorded for Archive are really very lively. Okay, keep going. Mozart, the great clarinet quintet on a digital. It's Sabine Meyer playing, and the Philharmonia Quartet of Berlin. So yeah, another good one. Never had that before actually. Carl Nielsen, violin concerto with Tibor Varga playing the violin. Now this is one that, because I didn't have a multiple of 3, and the young lady that served me said, "Oh, you could pick two more to make it to £10." So I just quickly went over to the rack. I picked that out. Boris Goodenough. Well, probably I don't think I'll be listening to that. And I think this one here, Pretorius, with David Monroe playing that harpsichord, I think. Is that? Wait a minute. No, it's not. Boys Cathedral and Abbey Church of St. Alban, early music consort. No, sorry, it looks to me like this is, it's not harpsichord, is it? Dances from Terpsichore. Okay, so it's like, it's for an ensemble. So there are going to be viols and other sort of early instruments there. There we are. What about that? Mozart, Symphony number 34, number 39, with Mater conducting on an English, I think that's an English pressing. Yeah, it is. So I'm happy with that, of course. And we've got Brahms and Requiem Tedesco. That's quite unusual, actually. It's Bruno Volta, 1959. I think it's a live performance. Yeah, it's got quite a sort of, sorry, let me just see if I can show you. It comes in a sort of wallet type packet, and it's got two red sleeves in it. There we are. Whoops, what am I doing? Let's see if I can get these into the picture. There we are. So some really sort of unusual records here. I mean, they're not really worth any sort of money as such, but great to have. Bach flute concertos, 2-record gatefold on Philips. And we've got this thing again. Why did I buy this? American Historic. It just looked unusual. The Koussevitzky Legacy, the double bass concerto, Cowell's Hymn and Fuguing, tune number 2. Some unusual works there. And the funny thing is, it says on here, Composers Recordings Inc. a not-for-profit tax-exempt corporation. That's weird, isn't it? Tax-exempt. Does that mean it's like some sort of charity? Or, well, okay. Now, here we are. How would you like Rigoletto in stereo for 33.3 recurring pence? That's what I got. Yeah, on Fontana. I'm not sure what this is taken from, which label, because Fontana, they often, licensed recordings from other labels. Keep going, nearly done. Schoenberg String Quartet on Vox stereo. And this is a good one. Paganini, Igor Oistrakh, and that's got various pieces on the back, including some caprices which have got piano accompaniments composed by Robert Schumann. Keep going, nearly there. We've got Julian Lloyd Webber there playing some cello sonatas. Janet Baker with Previn conducting various pieces, Chausson and Duparc. Now this is German overtures. No, I think this is one of the ones that I picked out quickly, just to have something to make up the multiple of 3 German overtures. Wagner, Beethoven, Otto Nicolai, the Merry Wives of Windsor, Mozart, Mendelssohn, and the great Weber overture from the Freischütz. Finally, a German Requiem, Herbert von Karajan, 2-record set, gatefold. There it is with the great work on the back by Sisto Badalocchio. Not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but very good reproduction there of that great masterwork. Christ's body being taken down and transported to the tomb. that's it. I hope you enjoyed that, and that I'm really pleased I managed to pick up all those yesterday. I must admit, in a way, sometimes I get a bit record buying weary. And when I went in yesterday and I saw that of the full price records, there was nothing really that I wanted. And I looked at the bargain section. I pulled out one or two. I thought, oh God, what am I going to do? Am I going to buy any or not? I thought, oh, I won't buy any. I'm not in the mood. But then I thought, oh, I'll go through them. So I started going through them. I thought, oh, to hell with it. I'll just pick out everything that I want and see how many I've got. And there we are. I bought 30 records. Can you believe that? Okay, thanks for watching, and bye for now.